everyone, welcome to the Source Code podcast for the date that I can't remember. What was the date?
21st.
Okay, for the 21st.
Wait, 22nd?
21st of May.
21st. Yeah, 21st of May.
Yes, that. I am Hellsknight.
I am Ted.
I'm Hillary.
I'm Najib.
Yes, we have a new guest. His name is Najib. Tell us about yourself.
I'm just a student and a guy who loves anime. Nothing at all.
Yes, and when he says he loves anime, on
that's
Anime
an understatement.
Anonymous, yeah, on Anime Anonymous, you do the wallpaper Fridays with like 30 wallpapers every Friday,
Let's just say it's very
which
committed.
are pretty dope.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm very committed.
yeah. So, yeah. If you're joining us for the first time, we talk about the games that we've been playing and whatever we thought was interesting in the world of gaming news. So what have you guys been playing?
I haven't been playing much. Mostly, I came back to install GTA 5. So
Okay.
I was playing online, trying to make a bit more money. Then
What do you do on GTA 5 online?
Yeah, like making more money for what? Do you buy
Stocks.
you can
stocks?
buy stocks, but the thing is, you sink your money into buying safe houses and
Yes. Yeah.
cars and guns. And other than that, it's now cosmetic stuff.
So it's just like an RPG, or
Kind of, sort of. I don't even know how to say.
is it an MMO? Like,
It's more MMO. Because now when you want to do like a heist, you go to a place, say there's you go to a place, open a lobby, say you want to do the heist. Guys who want to do, or guys want to play with you, join as well.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you plan out the heights. So
you
you
do
one
the
of the
mission
better
together.
features of the
Yeah.
game. Huh?
Yeah. So you now do the missions together. So you could do a mission that's like that needs like 5 guys or 10 guys, so all 5 of you all together play. Then you have the
Very
races. The races are now crazy because you can have like demolition derbies.
Yeah.
They have rocket car races that are in the sky.
Yeah, they changed
What?
some of
Yeah.
the tracks. Some
So
of
they
the new
build-
content is
The
ridiculous.
new content, they build tracks in the sky.
Wait, tracks in the sky.
Yes, it's
As
a
in,
racetrack in
like,
the sky.
twirling,
Like
like,
you look
sky.
down and the city is below you, under the clouds.
And you
So if you
somehow
fuck
but,
up,
yeah.
you're flying off and
Okay,
you
that's
die.
really good.
Yeah, and you're driving a rocket car, so you hold space and your car just blows away. And then you have to do a loop-de-loop. So if you're not consistently holding boost throughout that thing, you'll reach the top.
Exactly.
And this happened to me.
Maintaining your momentum.
Yeah,
all the
this
way.
happened to me because like I was driving past, like I was like second last, and then the guy ahead of me ran out of boost right at the top of the loop.
And he dropped right.
So his car just started to lift off. It lifted off and drove
Oh, it doesn't
underneath
stick to the
him.
rail.
Yeah, it's not sticking off.
Oh,
Yeah. So I drove in between him and the track, and he just kept falling down and he blew up now.
Man.
So yeah, GTA Online is insane. The guys are still as petty as.
What do you mean petty?
yeah.
Remember when I told you last time that
You mentioned it.
yeah, when a guy sees you and it's a free for all, guys will try and kill you instantly. It doesn't matter whether you're a low level guy or high level guy. Everybody is
You just meet.
yeah, you just meet. Guys try and
Even
kill
if
you.
you're not in a lobby, like
No,
you
like
just see guys
when
in
you
your
like
world.
GTA Online,
Yeah.
you'll essentially log into an instance,
Oh,
and there'll be
okay.
other players
Where
that are
everyone
doing
is,
stuff.
essentially, yeah.
So a guy could just be fucking around doing his own rampage stuff, and he sees you and he'll be like, "Ha, so I can kill you." Then
What does he get from killing you? Just he killed you.
he
Okay.
killed you.
He doesn't
He
get,
doesn't
like,
get
points
money.
or money or.
You can if you go over the guy, but typically they just do it just to send a message.
Just for the lights.
Yeah, that's what GTA is. And you do that to other characters. to
Where's the
NPCs in the game.
humanity, man? Where are the manners?
It's GTA.
I know.
It's GTA,
Yeah.
no one really cares.
Yeah.
So there are times when it can get really annoying. So you can shut off. Then you'll be in the same instance, but guys can't attack you.
Okay.
But then instantly when you switch back,
You're
like
done.
there's a time when I was out in the bush, like with the whatever, what's it called? At the
This
at the airport.
Yes.
The,
yes,
the
yes.
airport in the desert. So I was at the airport in the desert, minding my own business. This guy shows up with a jet and carpet bombs the whole place. And him and his friends come in their jets like this guy will carpet bomb it. So when everybody responds, next guy shows up and does that. For like 5 minutes, guys are
Wait,
just
and
dying
you,
and
and you were
responding.
stuck on
Guys-
ground level.
Yeah, and I'm on the ground and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Then I'm just seeing chat light up. Guys are like, yo, stop this shit, stop this stuff. And some of them were cheaters. So you're like, you have to shut that matchmaking stuff off.
The PvP.
Yeah, the PvP stuff. You can shut it off.
I generally never play such games with PvP on for this exact reason.
There is-
Although there's a
Yeah.
perverse sort of fun
There is.
to having your day messed up by such stupidity.
And then it's also super satisfying just to mess with a guy who you know is more powerful than you are.
But then again,
Yeah.
imagine playing Dark Souls and some guy raids your world.
Yeah, that's
That sucks.
that's very
I usually
much
turn off
part of the game.
I usually
though,
turn
isn't
off
it?
the online thingy whenever I go play Dark Souls.
But in certain games, like the much maligned Watch Dogs, without that feature, the game would be no
Yeah.
fun. Because imagine you're doing a whole set of missions, and then at that instance, you have a nice, just the right set of guns for your next mission. So you're on your way to go and, deal with things. And then some adversary comes and snipers your ass from nowhere.
That's what Watch Dogs
Yeah, no, Watch Dogs, even Watch Dogs 1. That's the last one I played. Because the next 1 minute I'm told, you've been invaded. And I'm sitting there going, shit. And then someone shoots me from very far. As in, no questions. It's just, he found a gun, boom. or a grenade launcher, and you're taken out. And despite all the good save points, it doesn't matter. That proper setup you had prepared is always messed up. You're thrown elsewhere that's not right.
See, I think
There's a perverse sort of fun to all
I
of
think
it.
in Dark Souls, what they did was they allowed you to, I don't know, they had factions or something.
Yes.
So, like, depending on the faction that the player is or that you are, you can either help the guy or harm the guy. So, like, and even like if that guy gets invaded, there's a chance that you could also get help as well, like invaded by someone who
just
can fight them off as well.
Com.
Yeah.
But then again, you can.
And again, on PC, there are actual co-op mods for Dark Souls. So
But like for GTA, the thing is, it's because of how the world is built. It'll tend to be it tends to be an MMO because the space is small. It'll be a PvP MMO. Yeah. It won't be like,
can they invade? Like you said that you get money, right?
you can get I think a bit of money from killing guys.
And you upgrade your houses.
If you
And,
buy, you can buy a house. Like Poji bought a house. He has a car. Like you have a car, you buy insurance for. So every time you respawn, the car is there as well. Like that.
So can other players affect what you have bought? Like if you have a house and stuff, can they come rob it?
I don't know about the house, but the car, yes, guys can rob you. Guys can steal your car. Guys can just blow it up.
But it can come back to you.
Yeah, if you paid for insurance, it will come back.
And you have,
Or if it's your car,
and
if
you
it's
have
your
to keep paying
respawning
for
car.
the insurance, or it's a one-time thing.
I think it's a one-time.
Okay.
That's far because my car has been respawning, but I still steal others. So.
That's GTA.
That's GTA. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Grand
So
Theft
you
Auto.
press a button. That's
But
how
then,
stealing
but
works.
then the problem is you'll see guys with sports cars that they've hooked up to max, with max armor, max everything. So a guy is rolling around the street. He'll just see you. Like, this is the reason why I told you. This is the reason why I dress up like I'm a crack addict in the game, because I just wear I wear clothes that make me look poor as hell. So guys don't even try to kill me. Yeah, and most of the time it works.
It's high school all over again.
Yeah. So you'll see a guy passing by because you could be walking down the street. Then the guy for a second, this has happened like twice. He'll drive past. Woof. Then he'll realize, wait, that's actually a player. That's not an NPC. Then he'll turn around and come and start firing. Within that period of time, I've realized, okay, so I'm open, so I'll run into an alley.
Like, you know what? Let me stop driving where I'm.
Let me stop whatever it is I'm
Let me
doing.
just fuck around with this
Let me
parcel
mess
I
with
found
this
in the road.
Exactly. That's what they do. So there's even a guy, like I told this guy, the last mission I did online before this time was there was a guy who was supposed to. There are guys who had like a what's it called? Like a drop full of armor. So this guy was supposed to come and destroy it. I decided I'll just take the contrary position and defend it. But the good thing was it was a bottleneck, and I had lots of cover and I had lots of ammo. So this guy kept coming with his like souped up sports car, trying to shoot from the car because he doesn't want to get out because the car is bulletproof.
Yeah.
So he'd rather stay in the car than whatever. What he forgot was I just threw a bunch of proximity mines out there and grenades. Then I just sat there with a rocket launcher.
Maybe bulletproof, but it ain't rocket proof.
Yeah. So the guy died like 6 times there. He eventually won because the time passed. He'd already destroyed enough of the place for him to win. So immediately the mission ended like this, and he got his cash for attacking it. I got my cash for defending it. He was on a witch hunt for me. Yeah, so he's now just seeing this guy running around with shades and underwear. He climbed this warehouse.
With shades and underwear.
Yeah, that's all I wear.
Really?
Yeah. And if you think that's insane, you should see how Suji looks in Guild Wars. He looks like a rainbow version of Nightwing.
Oh, that's not so bad.
No,
it's very disturbing.
no, it's disturbing.
No, it's very.
Imagine
it's
like
very
a neon rainbow.
I'm trying to think.
Awesome.
A
I
neon
look
rainbow
awesome.
Nightwing. That's how he looks.
I look fantastic.
Of course. Your dress sense is lovely.
It is the best.
Well,
People notice me when I walk around up that way.
on that note, while we're still on open world games, this week I played a lot of Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. Quick explanation: Sleeping
Buy a
Dogs.
pork bun.
No, we'll get to that. With Sleeping Dogs, yes, it's as open world as GTA. In fact, let's just call it a GTA clone, but with some minor differences.
Has Kung Fu.
Yeah,
Much better.
It's very focused on melee. Essentially, you're playing a brawler in an open world. That's what you're doing. And in this one, you play the role of a Chinese undercover cop who finds his way back home to Hong Kong after having lived in the States and is confused about his identity along the story. I don't want to mess the story for people because it's really good. What else is crucial? The fascinating thing about this game is it doesn't try to do a one-to-one recreation of Hong Kong. It's more like a compact open world space that you can really travel around in very fast. Like if you have the fastest cars in the game, zipping around any part of the map is very quick. It's a type of open world that doesn't waste your time. Now, bearing in mind that it's set in China, it has this very fascinating thing where most of the NPCs speak Cantonese, and even in the options menu,
you can switch.
It makes you, in the subtitles, it tells you switch on subtitles specifically for Cantonese.
Yeah. Can you swap the audio?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I think to all languages and turn on the subtitles to all supported.
Okay.
Like whatever suits you. But I found this Cantonese thing so interesting because generally, first and foremost, I hate subtitles in the game because of immersion. So if I understand the language, it's all good. But of course, for the Cantonese, it's an issue that the game already solved for me. Only when Cantonese is being spoken, do your thing. But the fascinating thing with this game is its focus on a brawler style aspect really changes up a lot of things that we're used to. You will not carry a lot of weaponry like in your GTA.
Not even a lot. Getting a pistol.
Is next to impossible.
You have to jack a cop.
And it's a law. It's a law in Hong Kong. Actually, you're not supposed to have pistols as a civilian or any weapon driven as a cop in some senses. What else is interesting? Even when you get this weaponry, you can only holster the pistol, obviously. Walk around with a gun, everyone will react and cause havoc. So if you're dropping it, you're leaving it behind. So God bless you if you get ambushed. Now, more on the fighting mechanics. The Kung Fu in that game is superb. A bit stiff at times because it's not the smoothest combat system like Batman or Arkham Asylum or the like. But once you start unlocking moves, it's very, very satisfying. You essentially do a set of moves that starts off as 3 hits, then a holding button, then hold the same button for a heavy attack or a grab. Or what else is there?
There's
environment kills. Special moves that are triggered from doing things like running up walls. It's a very, very fascinating stuff.
And when you do the dojo missions and you finish up the dojo missions, you learn how to You learn how to fight multiple types of enemies.
Now the thing with that, to add on to that, you have to get special dojo statues because of the story. And when you give them to your shifu or the teacher, he'll help you learn new moves. The thing with that, it's a very fascinating progression mechanic because what you find is what you get. If you're not paying attention to the open world or finding stuff, even in the story missions, you're going to end up being weak, which means a smaller repertoire of moves, and
It'll just
you will be better off.
It'll be grindier. The fights will be samey.
No. The fights are samey, yes, but the thing is, they get much, much harder. Because the thing is now, when you start unlocking new types of enemies that change up their moves, especially those fat bastards that grapple you a lot, you don't really feel powerful enough because you don't have moves that are multiple hits or that kind of thing. Like the way I told you, where you start off with a 3-hit combo, then a holding move. I've unlocked moves that you start off with 4-hit combos.
Those fat guys you can't grab.
Yeah, 4-hit combos, and then you have others where you can leap over them when you target them. Like just leap them over the back with a surprise kick on them. It makes so much sense. And when you couple it with cop upgrades, because you're playing an undercover cop, you do things like steal cars easily without setting off alarms. Get weapons from the backs of all police cars in the game.
Those are shotguns. You can get shotguns from the back of the car.
But you can't hold the shotguns, so you use and throw.
It's very, very interesting design. It's a kind of game where I thought if they had the value that GTA 5 had, especially, and the same support that Square Enix continued as publisher.
Yeah, that game was really well supported, isn't it?
United Front would have made. I honestly hope they are given a chance to come out of retirement, because the studio is closed, sadly.
Yes. See, when they came back, they'd already done Sleeping Dogs 2. They'd already announced what they wanted to do for Sleeping Dogs 2, but they wanted to make it online only.
Oh no!
So that kind of put a damp on things. Yeah. So I didn't follow the news. The last thing I remember was it was online only, and there was a lot of backlash on that. So they just.
They really should consider coming back, because some of their, like the game design, it's a game that remembers to be fun. You can't play it for an excruciating amount of hours. No, you can't do that. It's no Wild Hunt. And the thing is, it's fun while you're at it. If you can spare 2 to 3 hours of your session on that game, you're going to get your time's worth all the time.
And if you're a fan of Hong Kong cinema.
Every single
Hong Kong cinema and Chinese action is represented in the game.
It's almost like a Chinese Yakuza game, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is. A Yakuza Light.
So like those triads, like the triads, what are they called?
They are just triads.
They're called triads.
Yeah, what's the name?
The
Blue
Dragon, the Jade. I'm joking. I don't know.
I know.
These are all the generic.
The name in the game. Well, they call themselves Sanonyi.
Yeah. Now in real life, they're called the Sanyon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's heavily influenced from real life and cinema. So like even stuff like the action hijacks are literally out of a Chow Yun-Fat movie. And you can get the
action
modes,
hijacks are too much fun.
And you can get the suits, like the Bruce Lee Game of Death suits.
And you can also get the Just Cause 2 suit.
Some of the custom suits are very interesting. What I have in my repertoire is I have a Jensen's armor from Deus Ex for extra damage reduction and weaponry usage. Then this MME guy, I don't know whether he's John St. Pierre. Is it Hillary?
George
St. Pierre, the GSP armor. Yeah. Clothing with his skill set moves. I have that as well.
So you can do takedowns.
Special mythological folklore stories like the lightning armor, like from Chinese mythology, that's represented. My personal favorite is the Drunken Master one, where if your face meter, which is like your power-up meter, gets activated, you go into the drunken fist stance, and it changes up all your moves so that you string along the combo, it stops, and you go back to normal, switch back in again.
Oh, cool! You can
It's
play
But that's
Jackie
ridiculous.
Chan.
But that's
Yes.
in the definitive edition.
Yes.
Oh, too bad I have the basic edition, so
No,
I
the
have to buy
the definitive one now is the only one you'll be able to get. Because Square asked
dropped
the
the
old
others.
one.
Wait, maybe I guess they changed it. I'll
No,
check my Steam
did they
library.
auto upgrade if you had the base?
Because
I think they
from what
do.
I know from Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, they upgraded it.
Yeah, they upgraded. Yeah.
No,
I
I
don't
think
still
with
play the
Sleeping
original.
Dogs, I think with Sleeping Dogs you upgraded now. Because the
I'll have to
original
check
one
it.
is
I'll
not
have to
there.
check it.
I know that they dropped also high def texture packs, like just 2 years after for the base game.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a part of it.
It's added
No,
as
the HD
as
packs are still there.
it's added as part of the definitive edition by default.
Ah,
And here's a downside though.
uh-huh.
If for some reason you're using a kind of weaker GPU that doesn't like doing a lot of ambient occlusion, this game forces it on by default, and it's a lot, as in a very high setting. It can really bring down your performance.
That alarm agrees with you.
Uh,
Okay, so I've been playing Persona 3. I've been playing it on an emulator PSP. Persona 3, it's half RPG and half life simulator. At night, the story is like this. You're a Japanese high school student. You have come to this new high school. And apparently you have this ability to summon personas. Personas are like JoJo-esque stands.
Like summons.
Yeah, you can summon.
they're the manifestation of your psyche.
But isn't JoJo that same?
That's
thing?
explaining it. Come on now.
Okay.
Explaining it.
Okay, there's this thing called the 25th hour, also called the dark hour.
Yeah.
It usually happens at midnight. That's where shadows come out, and people who don't have personas are usually placed in a coffin like Ask. And this game is really dark. Do you know how you summon your persona?
You kill yourself.
You shoot yourself.
What the?
You shoot yourself. You're a high school student, and you shoot yourself to summon your persona.
Huh.
Now I did one really
I
bad.
didn't know this.
I really did one mistake playing it. I played it for one, like, my last save was like 1 hour. I saved the game, then I continued playing 1 hour, grinding, moving up the dungeons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I met a floor boss. And now in the game, they usually give you this item that whenever you die, you can use it to summon yourself back. So yeah, it's limited amount, and you can't buy it.
It's very, very limited. Yeah.
So now I died. I had a healer in my group. She was still alive, and I was like, you know what? She can summon me. She has an ability to do that. Let me not use my item. That was a mistake.
Because
No.
she
The
got
game-
first.
No. The game literally went game over.
Why?
She was alive. I don't know. The game went game over for me.
Wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, on the PSP version,
I was playing the PSP version.
but if you die, doesn't that mean your whole mission fails? Like if it's you alone who dies?
Yes, you fail. Like the whole game is game over. And my healer was there.
Oh no, yeah. I remember because from the version I played, this Persona 3 fails for PS2.
Yeah.
So, look,
It's the exact same thing, but the difficulty balance is actually slightly different.
Persona 3 is not turn-based, right?
It is.
It is turn-based.
It is turn-based.
And it has this system whenever you attack the enemy first, usually from behind, you actually get a one-turn
Advantage.
an advantage of the enemy. And if the enemy hits you first, they get an advantage. So usually like to jump on them first.
Which means you can get hit twice negatively if they get you first.
And is this
And if they focus on your weakness. If they
yeah.
have a weakness,
there's usually this stuff called weakness. Your persona has a weakness.
Like
And-
elemental?
Yeah,
or-
elemental. There's fire, there's ice,
Even physical.
there's wind, there's physical, there's ice, and there's light and dark. Light and dark, these are usually two different things. Whenever it hits you, your persona dies. There's no like you take a certain percentage of
It's
damage.
it's instant kill,
It's an instant kill.
Why?
So you try to
I
get
don't- I've never
personas
understood it.
that have that don't have weaknesses in those two areas. Usually try to get them.
But the thing is, with Persona, if I remember correctly, in between rounds, you can switch your character.
Yeah, you can switch your personas.
Oh, so he has like multiple.
yeah,
Yeah,
personas.
but that's an extra strategy. You start thinking, okay, have you used enough of your weaknesses on the enemy that's in front of you? Do I need to switch now, or do I need to save it for later? And you can only do it once per round. So once you've done it once, you can't repeat in the same round. You're like, okay, you're stuck with this guy. Use him for a while, survive. Then on the next, switch back. Or switch to something different to keep protecting yourself.
And I hate one
It's
thing from the
ridiculous.
game, and it's called the analyze. You can there's usually another character who will analyze the enemy. She'll tell you what the weaknesses for this shadow is and his strengths. The bad thing about it is you have to wait a turn
Yeah.
before she tells you. So you'll tell her in your turn, analyze this enemy for me.
And then
After you
she-
finish your turn, until it comes back to you, you would know the weakness until it comes back to you.
You have to make very educated guesses on very limited information.
I don't mind that so much.
It
Until you-
depends.
Until you meet a
Somehow
boss.
normal.
Until you meet
that
a
has your
boss.
weakness.
Yeah, but
And
like
that's not you start with that every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, you have to start. You have to analyze the enemy first.
Like what I started
But the
doing.
first time, you mean, right?
Yeah.
What I started
First
doing
time.
every battle, if I remember, just hit L1 to start. You don't even think. Just quick analyze,
That's the
and then you just begin.
Wait, can't you like analyze though and then just defend or something?
You can analyze, then defend.
Then defend. Yes.
You can,
Yeah.
but the enemy will still hit you.
Because
you
if
have
You
you
to
don't
wait a
don't
turn
know.
before
You
you
don't
get-
know its strengths, and maybe its strengths. It has an ability that counters your weaknesses. No, that counters your weaknesses.
and you know, with some of these enemies, they have a lot of area of effect attacks. So I mean,
Yeah.
So the thing
Actually.
with they are very there are some bosses, there are level bosses in Persona 3 that are nasty. That I'll tell you from experience.
And also, Ted, last time you were talking about Dragon's Dogma. I wanted to add something about it. To me, it also borrows some stuff from Berserk. From Berserk, the game, or the anime and the manga. One of the things is, one of the sets, like when you're creating your character, one of the basic sets you can choose from is Guts himself, like how he looks.
Yeah.
It's Guts. Second, there's some references to the show and all that stuff.
Yes, they do have some.
References. And third, one of the pawns, you can actually create your group, the Guts group. So like Casca.
Brotherhood of the Hawk?
Yeah, you can do the Brotherhood of the Hawk, or what happened after the eclipse. So
I don't know what happened after the eclipse. Maybe don't tell me.
Yeah,
No,
That's
yeah.
something
that's
really
for the
happened.
new. I think that's
And
for the
I
new
think
anime to answer.
I didn't know it was
Actually-
called the eclipse. So hey,
it doesn't happen. So actually, don't watch the new shows. Just read the manga.
is it that bad?
The CG is really bad.
Yeah, but
And the sound effects are really bad.
I
Trust me,
don't like
Sujay, what do you expect when you hear someone cutting, like when I'm, for example, I'm cutting through Ted? What are you supposed to hear? Are you supposed to hear a
British
clang?
guy screaming.
A clang? That's what you
Sit
hear.
with him.
No, like, that's what you hear, a clang. So
clang.
Guts is cutting someone, and you hear clang. The sound
of metal,
of metal.
not bone.
That's
Not
terrible.
bone. That's
Okay,
terrible.
That is terrible.
And there are like really terrible animations for there.
Really, it's.
I haven't tried.
I'd
it.
recommend you just to read the manga.
I didn't mind it myself. I don't know. Maybe I was just very open to it. I don't understand, but anyway.
And also, one of the games I've been playing is Bayonetta.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that as well.
Well,
Okay,
my copy of Bayonetta did not work. I had to refund the game.
Yes, so let's start with that. So, Bayonetta, the PC thing, has had issues.
Bullshit.
It has
I haven't
had
had
issues.
issues.
It has had it's had issues.
I spent so much money only to return it. Useless Bakayamas.
Yeah, look, you had issues. It didn't even load for you, right?
On my swanky new card, I was sitting there going, I'm going to super sample this. Yeah! Hey, not launching.
Yeah.
For like 15 minutes.
So for me, it launched, right? But it ran like ass. It ran so badly So
Another honor
bad.
of a swanky new card, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
okay. For
but-
me,
but-
there are
but-
like some parts where
Yeah.
my frame rates were dropping, so
Yeah.
you could say yeah,
No,
there were
but
problems.
Yeah.
It loaded for me. It loaded.
it loaded
for me.
immediately. You got to a menu.
Yeah, there's
know,
no problem.
No white screen.
No, right now I'm
No,
playing
it's-
it. Right now I'm playing it with no problems at all. So, but like there is a whole thread on Steam about guys who are just reporting issues on the thing, and I think like it's either one of those games with those situations where you either have like really bad problems with it or none.
Or none
Like,
and a
yeah.
beautiful experience.
Yeah,
Because
and,
a lot
and that
of-
is literally so. Like a lot of guys are saying this is like the best port ever. No, it really isn't.
No, which is-
it really isn't. It really
No,
isn't.
which is true for those for
If it works for you, yeah, sure.
yeah, which is very true.
Yeah.
But for those of us where we didn't even have a chance,
Yeah.
because even the way I got my refund, it was the funniest thing. Late at night, and I'm like, I'm not getting my money back, but let me just try.
You will.
In
Like,
3
they're
hours.
pretty good at.
No, as in it was
refunding.
ridiculous. I thought, hey, they wouldn't pay attention. Within that same night, yeah, here's your money back, put in your wallet. Like, yes, I'm going to buy a new game. Actually, I'm actually going to just switch to something else because it.
Yeah, no, those
It was
issues
painful.
really. I understand you're upset. Like,
No,
how
for
upset you are.
platinum.
I was really looking forward to it.
Yes.
And this is like an older title as well.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, like, you're just running that opening cutscene, and it's running so badly. Like, I haven't seen a game run that bad in a very long time.
Even just watching
So
a
and
cutscene.
and now there's a lot happening in the game, and because like everything is stuttering, like you can't even follow what's actually happening. Like 1 minute you're like flipping in the air with your guns out, the next you're like your clothes have changed. Like, like what happened?
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't make sense. So there are like a bunch of really weird fixes. Like one of the fixes was like to run the game in offline mode. Like run Steam in offline mode, launch the game, exit the game, go back online, and then try run the game. That's one of the fixes that worked for a lot of people. Another fix is like turn off the Steam overlay mode completely, and that worked for some people.
That did not work for me.
For me.
I do that to start.
Yeah, for me, I just updated my graphics drivers to the latest ones, and it started working. I'm like, oh,
That's
okay. that fixed it.
I was on my very latest drivers that day.
Yeah.
So which is why
Yeah.
it was
Again,
painful.
I posted the fix that fixed it for me. Someone else tried it. They're like, yes, this worked for me. Slow clap for you. It didn't work for another guy. So like, there's lots of issues with that game, definitely.
But with a lot of platinum games going forward, we have to kind of be careful.
See,
Because
here's the
Nier
thing.
Automata has issues. A new patch, well, they're fixing up some things for AMD cards especially.
Yeah.
Bayonetta, and then Vanquish, we don't know yet.
Yeah, Vanquish is also. I hope it doesn't have these issues.
Oh, I'm going to be
But
keeping a
here's the thing.
close eye.
The Transformers was the last
Devastation.
was the last platinum game I played. That had zero issues, and it ran like it's a newer game.
Yeah.
It is a hell of a lot more demanding, I think, than Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, it's like cell shaded fighting stuff, but there's a lot of shit going on in that game.
Yeah.
And there was no issue at all when I was playing that game, like zero. No frame drops, no nothing.
Even the
So-
older Metal Gear Revengeance.
I haven't tried that, but
That's a really like
yeah.
very quality, like a very high quality for graphics.
But then again, I've heard that now Ninja Turtles, the Out of the Shadows game, has a lot of issues. So, like,
Is
I don't-
Platinum having some sort of
I don't
beating
know
in
what's
their
wrong
program?
with them right now.
It's half.
Like,
It's half and
you
half.
don't know what you're
I
gonna
guess,
get
'cause-
with them.
Yeah, because it looks like there's some that work and there's some.
No, because with Bayonetta, Suji and I, we bought that thing like I
I
think
bought
it
it
was
day
when
one. I literally
as
saw
in
it
the
and
first
bought it.
hour.
That's the first one
I hit buy, you know, I was like, we're good to go. So I went and finished all my other RPGs, waiting for, Bayonetta. I see you. And then one night, everything just failed. It was
Yeah,
pain.
you really do feel disheartened. I get you.
No, as in it was bad.
Yeah.
It was painful. You finished 2 other games and you're like, you're done.
Yeah.
The story's over. Let me
No.
move on.
I feel like no. I was really looking like Bayonetta is one of those games that I really wanted to get on PlayStation. I never thought it would come to PC.
Dude, no one saw any of
Because
this
like you know
coming.
like yeah because again from PlayStation it then went to like the second one was funded by Nintendo.
So it
That's
went
that's
to
why
the-
it's only on Nintendo. So like in my head, that was it.
It's never coming,
It's
yeah.
it's never yeah. And so when they started teasing it, I'm like, yeah, if it actually comes, and then it came, and it was like I was ready to actually spend like 4K on like the PS3 version, which again has issues. Apparently.
What issue?
What issue?
Frame rate at some point.
It's never maintained.
It's
never
one of those
stable.
it's one of those cases where the Xbox compared to the like PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, the Xbox 360 version was better. It's one of those exceptions where it ran better on Xbox. So
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
really understand the PS3's architecture
Yeah.
very well.
so
They said
but
it
I
in
was
the video-
willing
in
to
the video.
yeah. I was willing to pay that much for that. So I was like 20. I'm like, damn.
Half the price, like
Yeah.
with all bells and whistles.
And yeah, and on PC. So yeah, anyways. Keep that in mind if you're looking to get it. And if it doesn't work for you, I guess refund it. Like refund it. It does.
Refund
it's
it
there
in
for
minutes.
a reason. No, try it out. Try the fixes. You have like a 3-hour window.
I had
a
2
1 week
minutes.
window and 3 hours for
Of
like
play.
playing the game.
Yeah.
I had 2 minutes of playing the game because it kept crashing. So,
Listen,
hey.
with the refund system, I have refunded a game 2 months after installing it with less than 3 hours of play. And
Yes, that's
I got
allowed.
it. I got it, no problem.
That's allowed.
Yeah.
That's allowed because
I've never had-
because with the refund system, it's actually a human who checks these things.
No, it's automated.
but
It's
they check-
automated if
but-
it's like within a week and
But afterwards,
and
it's
3
verified.
hours. And afterwards, yeah,
It's verified.
Yeah. So, like, it's pretty. I don't
Mine
know,
because
like-
mine was actually after a month and a half. Because like I said, I finished other titles and other services, and I had the money for this, so I got it and kept it.
Yeah.
But that still, it was painful.
Yeah.
It felt like I was waiting a month to try out that game. But anyway,
Anyway, so let me talk about the game itself now. It
Now
is
that it's running.
awesome. It is really good. So you basically play a really overpowered chick. She is super overpowered. Sort of like I'd compare this to God of War. Except it's a lot faster, and she is really OP.
And she's cooler than Kratos.
yeah.
See this?
You know
yeah.
how cool she is?
She,
You know
she
how cool
is
she is?
super cool.
Sakamoto described cool. That amount of coolness. That's how
She is.
That is special.
Really
That is-
cool.
That is special. Yes.
She is literally like I don't even know who thought up a character like this. Like the thinking that went behind her is going. I'd love to know.
She's not. She's not
Like,
normal.
yeah, definitely. But wow. Anyway, so where do I start? Basically, she's like a librarian-looking chick. You could say
In leather.
she's a witch.
Yeah.
She starts off in a nun outfit and then goes to
killing angels.
what is she wearing? Like
hair.
leather
Yeah,
or like
she actually wears
latex
her
or
hair.
something.
She's wearing her
but it's
hair.
actually made out of her hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got like these frilly it's really interesting design for her character. Like she's not top heavy. She's more like thigh heavy,
Yeah.
you could say. So it's a really unique character design in itself. And then there's the way she fights now, which is so bloody nuts.
Someone thought 2 guns weren't enough.
Yes. So
She has 4 guns.
Let's add 4 guns. How do we have 4 guns if you only have 2 arms? Let's put them on your heels. Because of course you fight in heels. That's the only way to fight, is you fight with heels. And guns on your heels. So, hey,
Lord.
so you have, in the middle of a kick, like her combos are very easy. So you have a punch, a kick, and guns. guns and like a dodge. But like in terms of your attacks, it's the kick,
And a punch.
and the guns. So like you just mix up any buttons, they will probably combo into some shit. If you want to stop a combo, just hold the button that you like just hold any of the buttons. And so like if you're holding a kick, like in the middle of the combo, she'll freeze with her kick and just open fire with her guns. And that's how you stop the combo. Like it's so stylish. When you see that in action, it's ridiculous. Like
Really?
it's like punch. Let's say a combo is like punch punch kick kick kick.
I've got to try.
If you
and
just
design
go
of
punch
that.
punch kick and you just keep your hand on the kick button, she'll
just
just
blast
freeze
fire.
with that kick and she'll just like hold her leg up and just open fire. That's so cool. Like it's so weirdly cool. And then like you unlock other moves and stuff which are just crazy over the top. Like I was talking to
Yeah,
you
one
about
of
it.
the moves is like breakdancer.
Yeah.
So what she does, she literally breakdance on the floor
Yeah.
while shooting. And at the end of breakdancing, she actually poses to the camera and takes a picture.
Yeah.
She poses to the player.
Yeah.
Like this.
Like the whole game is third person, so you're literally holding like
Shooting is
R2,
cool, lads.
R2 the dodge button or whatever it is, right? I'm playing it on controller. You're playing it on keyboard and mouse. Yeah, you literally just hold that button. She starts doing Eddie Gordo helicopter shit from Tekken, and then she ends up like that typical breakdance thing, with like when you're on the ground, like with your legs crossed, with leaning on like an arm, and you're just hearing cameras like click, 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 click. It's so. This is like in the middle of like a huge fight with demons like.
They're actually angels, not demons.
Yeah. Now let's talk about that. Now the enemies, right? Or let's talk about the story on the enemies. Like so. Without spoiling, Bayonetta is basically a witch. She's trying to piece together what happened, like her memories of the past, and also discover something. I'm not sure what, because I haven't been paying attention, because the game is kind of like that. And so what we know and what's explained by the Samuel L. Jackson like character in the game, who is a bartender.
And has a lot of sexual innuendos.
Yeah. Bayonetta. Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Don't play with that toy. Like he's such a cool character though. So he basically explains that something's going on between heaven, hell, and
The church.
and the real world.
Okay.
And in the middle of that is purgatory. So like it's one of those similar to Darksiders, similar to which other games have done that?
Devil May Cry.
I don't know about that, but sure. I'm pretty like this is a trope. This Trinity thing. I guess Constantine storyline. Spawn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, similar to Spawn, similar to Anyway, so that's basically the story. And something's going wrong and fucking with everything. Now with Bayonetta, she, for some reason, I'm not sure why, is supposed to kill as many minions of heaven. In the game, heaven is called Paradiso. Yeah. And now the enemy designs for the things from heaven are really weird. They're supposed to be like it's heaven, but they're all very demonic.
Demonic.
They're like you're getting like in God of War. You remember there was those bad guys with like the two-handed like tridents and stuff, and they would like flip and do stuff. Now like that, but with angel wings.
Okay.
Like really weird stuff like that, and like this giant flying dragon thing
With a baby on the stomach. With a baby face on the stomach.
an upside down baby face on this. Like these are things from heaven. Like, and they have like weird names, like, Fortitude is the name of that thing.
Fortitude.
Yeah,
it's so
Fortitude.
perfect, yes.
Yeah, like weird shit like that. It's really weird with the designs. And yeah, it's man, I've not finished it, but wow, you even then get like these weird Cerberus looking things. And I'm just wondering what now the hell
like.
bad guys
If
look
that's
like.
heaven.
Because now the only things that I've seen from hell so far are literally the barkeeper, who is Rodin, who's the Samuel L. Jackson like guy, who you get these little portals during a level where you can go and access the bar, buy like new
It's like
You
a
go to the
moves.
gates of
Yeah.
hell.
No, it's not a hub. It's like a
shop.
shop. It's a shop. So you can buy items.
You can buy items, moves,
Yeah.
and weapons.
Yeah.
And also, you can collect weapons inside the game
Yeah.
from other players. And one of the weapons is quite funny. It's this thing. It's like a long weapon and has a blade on the top.
Yeah. How
Whenever you press, like, I think so, it's the kick. Whenever you press the kick button,
Yeah.
she does a pole dance thing. She pole dance on it while shooting everyone.
Yeah.
That's
She's
how
insane.
good the game is.
Yeah, like it's literally a game about
This is
how
nuts.
it's like how cool
BDSM.
how cool oh, no BDSM. I don't although she does do that. She does do that. She's literally like spanking guys and like kicking their like stuffing their and like they're called torture moves. She has like torture moves where
With
like
guillotine-
if your
with
magic
guillotine
bar
and
goes
stuff.
up, you get to do like sort of like Kratos' like press O to do like a fancy kill, but she gets like press punch and kick to do like a fancy thing. So if you're fighting like a huge ass mini boss style huge thing, you call your like her hair is her weapon.
Yeah.
So her hair comes out, opens a fucking portal. This huge eagle like fucking monster comes out and rips that thing to shit.
From her hair.
Like this is like
From her hair.
from her hair.
Yeah.
Like this game is so insane. And it just gets more and more ridiculous. Like you have such OP shit with all the way you fight, okay? And then it becomes more OP because then you get like the ability to change into animals. If it's nighttime and you're near a wall, you will literally ignore gravity
No, it's actually
and
moon.
go.
Whenever there is the moon.
Yeah.
The moon is visible. You can actually walk on the wall.
You walk on walls, the ceiling, and all that shit.
And one
Like, yeah, like so. Imagine God of War.
That's sublime game design, right?
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
That's beautiful.
It's so insane. I've never played a game that has this level of how, like, you know, like in God of War, that feeling when you climb this huge titan, yeah, and the scale of that.
Yeah.
This shit's all over that. Like, I'm not talking about the scale of the enemies.
Yeah.
It's just like,
The feeling of
This
like,
kind of-
what are you? You're like
do you
running
do?
up a fucking wall, jumping. Now, like, you get into a boss fight, for example, right? And let's say this boss fight is now happening as you are falling through the sky. I don't remember if this actually happened. Okay, let's say it's falling. You're falling.
There's actually a part where you're falling. That's
Yeah.
the begin part. The begin. The eyes
Oh,
of the wall.
that's the pre. Yeah. Now imagine during a boss fight where that's happening. If you then just press it will prompt you to press the jump button, and you literally blink upside down onto another piece of falling debris, onto another thing. Like, it's got that much style. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I highly recommend trying this
No
game.
wonder it's loved.
Yeah, this is
There's a good
why
reason.
it has such a good following. Yeah, I don't know. Also, there's so much lore. Like, around the game levels, you find all these books that are
But I don't read
so.
them. I don't read them.
Yeah,
No, that's for me. That's for me to do.
Yeah. I will say that there are way more wordy than the Skyrim books. So even for me, like I started reading all of them, and now I can't. Be
They are
bothered.
more wordy than the Skyrim books in
Yeah,
a platinum
they're-
game.
Yes, and this is a.
That's not. This
Like-
isn't normal.
This is.
It's not right.
And then again, you can see now the trends like with Nier Automata, for example, you have those levels where it's now a bullet hell,
Yes.
yeah? And you have like in Transformers where it becomes one of those side-scrolling type of games. Like, even in this, it has shades of that where there's this one place that I reached where I was like falling, right? And I'm falling to surface in the distance, and there are flying bad guys that are rushing up towards me.
Yes.
So like it has those, like, this is the start of where they started going nuts with what they can do. So yeah, I highly recommend this game. If it doesn't work for you, refund it.
No,
But
I'll
think-
get it. I'm going to try it again on a deal. I'll actually give it a second
Yeah,
chance
it's
because of the new patch. I
It's,
heard there was
it's
a new patch that came in.
really stupid. If you want to just laugh and blow off steam, I think you can pick this up. Yeah.
All right, cool.
And again, the fighting is really involved. It's super involved. Like you gotta time your dodges. You gotta time your dodges properly. And when you time your dodge, you don't do like in God of War. Again, I'll make that comparison. In God of War, you return the attack. When you time your dodge, you retaliate. Sort of like a parry and
Counter-attack.
a counter. In this,
You slow
when
time.
time slows down completely. And here's the other thing.
Doesn't that
If
make
you-
things too easy? I
It
think
makes
Areva
things.
agrees.
Listen, you're talking about a very OP character, a very very OP character. So yes, yes, and this is there from the start.
I'll play it
So-
on the hardest difficulty.
And then no, you can play
You
it.
can't-
on,
wait,
you can.
no.
It gets harder. Like if you're playing it on there's easy, there's very easy, and
then
there's
it's
normal.
normal.
That's
Then the others you
Unlock.
That you unlock.
unlock it later.
yeah.
okay, fine. So 2 playthroughs. You'll play
Yeah,
it.
you can play it normal, and again, there's so many hidden weapons, like you were talking about. There's secrets everywhere. I
cup of
haven't
tea.
found anything except what was right in front of me, because I don't.
You're
I'm not
you're
into
not
that.
paying attention.
But like
to-
that, like I've missed that weapon that you're talking about. There's a few weapons that I've missed that I've seen other people using. They're apparently really good. Like I only have 2 shotguns, which are really like handed to you, like handheld shotguns, and Muramasa like sword.
Yeah,
But those are like literally given to you.
but those weapons I was talking about, you just pick them from the ground, but they easily break. For
You're
example,
talking about enemy weapons.
yeah, enemy weapons.
Yeah.
They easily break. For example, the pole dancing thing.
Yeah.
You do it once and the weapon breaks. So you have to go
Find
and
another one.
Yeah.
find another one.
And then even like they've really thought this game through. So now with the dodging mechanic, later on you can get this ability where you get to turn into animals. You buy this thing where you turn into like a swarm of bats. And this activates, like if you miss your dodge, like you're a few frames left, you'll take the hit, turn into a fucking swarm of bats, reconstitute, and
After
that damage that you just took is
Lost,
negated.
and then you continue with your combo.
Oh, so it doesn't even
She's
interrupt the combo.
so
Yeah.
OP.
Ridiculous.
She's so OP. Like,
Wow, that's dope.
yeah, it's just a cool fucking game. That's like for the coolness, you need to play this.
Platinum are going to.
And also, whenever like you're loading between the games, there's this stage whenever you
The
can,
shooting,
yeah,
the
you can
bonus
try out
stage.
the moves. But
Oh,
the
that.
thing is, it happens quite quickly. So, if you, for example, I'm using mouse and keyboard. So whenever I see it, I press the tab button. Now I can practice and try out all the different combos. I don't know what button you use on the controller.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can.
Also, I'll say that there's a crafting system, and it's not really explained.
No.
I don't.
Crafting what?
Now,
Weapons?
sort of like items that you can use, like for example, health regen, or like a health potion.
And
Well, in this game, they're lollipops.
They're
Because
actually lollipops.
Yeah.
And the game discourages you to not use it. It discourages you not to use it. Because if you use it,
I'm still
your
not
rating
sure how to use them.
your rating falls down.
We can't have that.
Yeah.
We
And
can't
even
have
in the
rating
cutscene,
falling
she's
down.
always like.
So
on a
there's
lollipop or
platinum,
something.
there's gold, there's silver, there's bronze, then there's stone.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm not going to be using these lollipops in that case.
So you'd be using, if you use an item, even if you die, your rating falls down.
Also, it's more like a skill challenge.
Yeah, and also taking damage reduces your rating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I've gotten platinum one. I'm playing it on easy though.
Yeah, okay, easy you can get platinum really quickly.
Because I'm just like, ha 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 ha. This is me playing that. Ha 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 ha. Like, this is.
It's allowed. It's allowed.
Yeah.
Also, I like how Cereza says "mom." The
Uh,
little kid.
I haven't reached her yet.
Okay. Sorry.
Like I'm following her is where I have stopped.
Yeah.
With Panther, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know that her name is Cereza. So
I thought she was after. Mommy.
she looks like her.
Wait, let me not spoil it for you. Just continue. Just
She is
continue
her.
playing.
She is her.
No.
She
Just
is.
continue. Just
Okay,
continue.
fine. Anyway, so yeah, that's a really, really fun game. Have you been playing anything else? Anyone else?
I've played an FMV called Late Shift.
I heard such good shit about that game.
Okay, the game is like this. It's an FMV, a full motion video. So you start out, I think so you're a car parker.
Yeah.
You're whatever. So all of a sudden you're dragged into a heist. So now there are choices you have to choose. The first playthrough is wonderful. But now the second playthrough, like the choices you take doesn't matter anymore. For example, there's a scene where a person is holding a gun. You have an option of following his order or trying to run away. Okay, I'm Najib. I'll click run away. The guy, there's an internal monologue like, there's a certain possibility like I'll be shot. Are you sure that you want to run away? Yeah, let me run away. A guy, his hand is broken, can catch up to you trying to climb up a wall. That doesn't make sense.
He's not hampered by the injury.
I'm wondering, like, that doesn't make
It
sense.
sounds like a Telltale Logic game.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Telltales, I've also played Guardians of the Galaxy. The first episode is good.
Wow, you've been busy, man.
The first episode is good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't go shit like a game I was talking about to Ted, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange got shit.
The very end.
Like the choices, I thought like the choices will matter, but apparently it didn't.
And the choices were great throughout the
Because the
campaign.
game will tell you, are you sure you want to leave? Because if you leave, these choices are saved. In the game, you have an ability, you can turn back time, so you can undo your choices. But now, if you leave, for example, a scene, your choices are saved, you can't change them.
Yeah.
So now I thought like, okay, so these choices, I have to be really careful. But no, everyone got the same choices at the end.
Which is very interesting because
Yeah, so
Life is
it's a
Strange
total-
Season 2 is coming.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that will connect with everything. But I love the game. Make no mistake. I love Life is Strange. I really did. It's one of those early risks that I took. Just a quick purchase was just like, you know what? It's something new. And it's not Telltale. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Also, the first episode is free on Steam.
For Life is Strange, yeah.
Yeah, the first episode is
Nowadays.
free. You can try it out if you want to.
Yeah. Even on touch devices, I think it's free.
Wait, it's on touch devices?
Yeah. At least on iOS or it's on one of them for sure.
Wait, how did they make it able to run over there? Because
The Unreal Engine.
Even
is supported
Telltale
on-
games are the first episode in most Telltale games on iOS are free. Like Walking Dead was free. I don't know about the others. But
These
yeah.
games actually don't really need that much nowadays.
No.
Like if you have a decent tablet, like a decent sized screen, you can enjoy.
It's
Like
the
Game of
engine. The
Thrones.
engine is a little.
But then again, also phones these days
Did
are
you?
sick.
So with
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy, did you? How was the engine? Like, have they fixed it? Is
okay,
it still stupid?
the last Telltale game I've played was the first Walking Dead. So
Yeah.
that was a long time ago. So I don't know the difference.
The engine for me,
But it looked pretty.
No,
that's
like-
what I can say. It looked pretty.
Yeah. So with Guardians of the Galaxy, they've changed the. They're not doing the cell shaded stuff.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they've gone like sort of like 3D ish. Yeah,
really,
yeah,
on the same engine,
and it's also apparently it's the same engine.
that will not perform well.
Yeah, actually,
I have
you need
issues
a,
with.
a bit beefy.
I have issues with
There's
that
spec
engine.
issues.
Yeah,
Because for me, Tales of the Borderlands
that game was so good.
doesn't work on my newer PC.
What?
And I am
How is that
suspicious.
a
No,
thing?
and I suspect it's going to work on the older build, on like the older laptop. it's very likely. Because on the newer one, for some people with certain GPUs or configurations, game crashes constantly and stupid fixes like force your desktop resolution back to 800 by 600 and then put everything back to normal after a while.
These fixes, man.
I know. I tried them all. They all failed. So I uninstalled my copy in a half. A lot of fury. But it's available on GOG, so it's okay. It's still there. And it didn't spend much. So
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense for a game like that. Like,
it shouldn't, but
it's more like an interactive story
with that engine,
kind of thing.
With that engine, there have been so many issues.
Yeah.
Because I remember even with I last played The Wolf Among Us. I barely got that one working the first time. When it started working, it was beautiful, but the first time there was an error. I remember. Pretty nasty one until I had to turn off anti-aliasing completely in the game.
Because even for the record, GTA, also for some time it was giving me issues. Like random system crashes. Because it will crash, kill the whole system. But then now when you have to check file integrity, it downloaded like another 3 gigs on top of the already.
Which is,
6.
so mind your client services as well.
Yeah.
Also, I had this really weird problem with the Stanley Parable. My old config, it didn't work. It won't run. When I changed my card to a 1060, I could run it.
The Stanley Parable, though, is like a very basic source
Yeah,
engine
I was
looking
wondering
game.
what's the
Why
problem.
would it refuse?
Yeah, why? I tried everything like people are saying.
Optimization. Wow.
And now the game I got it from a humble bundle. So there was no way for me to refund it. So I was
Yeah.
like, let me just stay. Even Super Meat Boy, it was refusing.
That.
It was refusing. I was wondering what was the problem.
Super Meat Boy.
Super Meat Boy.
Right.
Okay, that is strange.
That is
super
weird.
That is weird.
That is special.
Okay, so it's easy. We can say that your old build was cursed somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yes, I can say it was cast.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that was not an intense game. No, but it did. Actually, no, you were right. It did have some levels where there were lots of things moving. I did have a bit of slowdown. I do remember that.
But then, still my old config was quite good.
Yeah.
Tales of the Borderland, I think so. I played like the first episode. It ran very well. And I was wondering like why.
Even for me, The Wolf Among Us on my older configuration, flawless after turning off that AA. Mind some of those bells and whistles options, man, because they set the wrong. Well,
See, right now we're at a point where now the console guys are sitting there laughing at us like, ha ha ha. This is where they win, man. If guys don't optimize their shit, then
No, but Telltale as a company,
Yeah.
they are dropping the ball in terms of programming and optimization. As in, it's really bad.
they need to
It really is.
fix that engine. And they have like so many good licenses. What was the next one?
I'd actually thought of buying both Game of Thrones and Batman, and then I ran into
Wait, I had Batman
and
was
then,
bad.
No, then I ran into the Tales of the
heard mixed
Borderlands
things
issue.
Yeah.
And Tales of the Borderlands is arguably the better game of the entire
Tales.
As
Tales
in, there
was
is
amazing.
there is no mistake. That even I know this.
Yeah.
But to find it crashing, like, I was just like, I'm not touching this engine. What else is made? Blacklist. No, instantly, no Guardians, no nothing. As I don't care. On a serious note, no offense to Telltale, I enjoyed The Wolf Among Us. But as for the rest, forget it.
On a tangent, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie was okay. It was actually really good.
Yeah, it was.
I found it funny.
Really?
I found it funny. I didn't like the story. But I found
The
it
last
funny.
half of the story was kind of
I
bad.
didn't like any of the story actually. But I love the jokes. Many people, I think the biggest we're going to go into movies, but like, a lot of people
Just
complain that
derailed.
Drax was mean.
But it'll segue into the next thing that we're going to talk about anyway.
Okay.
So.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. I definitely found it very funny. Much funnier than the first, actually.
My only issue with it was joke heavy.
Your issue is my plus. I love the jokes.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Oh yeah, no
jokes.
spoilers. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't watched it.
So no
but-
spoilers.
No spoilers.
No, but also not
There was a
for
lot
sure.
of jokes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of jokes in this in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 than in 1.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
more jokes in this.
Yes.
So it's fine. Like if you're looking for the humor, yes, it's gonna be fine.
But I really shouldn't pay for it in
It's
that case
almost-
if there's no
it's-
substance.
No, that's not that there's no substance. It's
And
the
also,
story is very
The
different.
soundtrack is actually good.
The soundtrack is good.
I didn't like the story. I thought it was very, very predictable. As soon as
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that character appear,
Yeah.
I'm like, I called it. I actually went with I'm like, this is gonna happen before the end.
Oh, you watched the trailers?
No, I didn't-
Oh yeah, he had watched
I
it.
didn't watch
Yeah, I avoid trailers. Even whenever I want to watch a show, I avoid trailers.
No, but like I'm talking about when that guy showed up in the movie.
Yes.
You already knew, like, it's such Disney bullshit to have that happen. Like, and for what? Like, if you remove that moment from that movie, the people who have watched this know what I'm talking about. If you remove that moment from that movie, how was the movie relevant?
Not much though.
Yeah, there was literally nothing memorable.
There's nothing
So they
memorable.
just added that
To pad the
to
runtime or
just
just to
fucking
give-
make you remember this movie.
But-
Like, otherwise, it's just the jokes.
it was jokes and it felt for me it felt like a showreel of memes.
Even Drax himself. Drax himself.
I don't mind that.
He was the guy who was making the jokes.
Yeah.
So
And
Drax
you
is
don't
the
expect
funniest
that.
guy.
You expect it to be Rocket. Like Drax hardly had any lines in the first
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. But it was fine. Like I don't mind that it's a showreel of memes.
Yeah.
It was okay for me. But at the end of the day, like I watched the movie, I had fun. I told you guys
Yeah.
when I watched it that I had fun.
Yeah.
Then like 3 days later, I talked to a friend of mine and I'm like, oh yeah, I did watch Guardians 2. Yeah, but I'm kind of shitty when it comes to remembering.
No, I definitely had fun watching it.
No, it's a fun movie to watch.
I wouldn't say it's cinema worthy. I wouldn't.
Some people would disagree.
Yeah, some people say the effects are really great.
Yeah. No, the effects are really great. So
See,
if you can get it on IMAX.
See, after watching Doctor Strange, effects greatness for me has a very high bar.
Yeah. I need Doctor Strange levels of madness.
This is colorful. It's much more colorful than Doctor Strange.
But Doctor Strange just
Doctor
has so
Strange's
much
effects
style.
were
That's Doctor Strange.
ridiculous.
But it also the storytelling lent itself to that.
Yeah.
Like you,
They did it. They
like
did
the
it.
whole theater when it comes to magic.
But the resolving of the main issue was very annoying.
Well, yeah.
That was very stupid, but they needed to do it.
Speaking of games and visual media,
No, really terrible segue, but sure.
bad segue.
Yeah.
But there, Witcher TV show.
Yeah. Let's talk about. So yeah, they announced that Netflix are doing a Witcher TV show, which I was super hyped,
And then
and then I thought about it.
same here. Everybody knows that on this show or in this team,
You are the biggest Witcher fan.
yes, I'm worried. I'm very
You're
worried.
worried.
I'm very worried for this show. I'm worried about what this show will do to more games in my Witcher universe.
It doesn't affect. What I know is it does not touch on anything that's in the games.
Because
they're
here's
just
the
focusing on the
arrangement. I know for a fact that the game, of course, happens well after the books. So, Geralt has become an amnesiac and is trying to recover his memories throughout the 3 games you have been playing, and things are happening far off in the future.
Now,
with
he
this,
gets them back after the first game. Wow, I'm in for a surprise.
no, he actually does. I mean, you have to have hit 3 and you'll realize.
No,
what
I
happens.
thought because the game starts with you not remembering
Yeah,
anything.
no,
I thought
no,
by the end
wait.
of this game, I'll have all the memories
No,
back.
there was
and
no
then
such
there's
thing.
like,
That one was to take forever.
Fake hope.
But with the TV show, I really think they need to, first and foremost, they focus on the books. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
But they need to go and branch out on more regions in the game world. No, sorry, in the Witcher world.
Yeah.
Like focus on more different continents. Like I think I talked to Soji about this on WhatsApp. We're discussing things like
you mentioned the other places that are like African or
African influences. There's a place called Zerikania that has African and Middle Eastern influences. The Northern Kingdoms, which is where Geralt and the crew come from, that's Scandinavia. Nilfgaard is like a Central Europe kind of thing. So, with all these things that Sapkowski has not explored, the TV show has a chance now. As in this show, if they can do it well,
it can be an awesome
they
show,
can
yeah.
they can do a brilliant. I'm just a bit worried because this is the kind of thing that a production team can fuck up and fuck up badly.
It's on which channel?
It's Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
It's a Netflix thing with your usual 10 episodes per.
No, they made Death Note guy black, so.
I really don't care about Death Note.
Death Note for me.
I love Death
To
Note.
be honest, I'm actually waiting for it. I actually want to watch it.
For this
I'm curious to
adaptation,
see it, but
I
think
don't.
it is-
I mean, they actually did change Light's name from Light Yagami to Light Tana. And L is a black guy, but I'm actually...
L is the
Is L as brilliant as he is in the anime? That's what I want to establish.
we don't know. We'll just wait for it. We'll just wait for it.
No, because if they fail in that alone, I'm turning it off.
We'll just wait
Make
for
no
it.
mistake.
We'll just wait for it.
But chances are it'll be okay. Because Netflix kind of have
are
a
doing good stuff-ish, although, I don't know.
No, we'll
the
see.
difference. Okay, the difference in
Iron Fist.
guys are
Find Iron
close. Guys are close to the source material in this.
Yeah.
Iron Fist. The only issues that guys have with it is the fighting. Other than that, the writing is typical standard film.
And some of the characters are actually worthy of that show, as in they are needed going forward.
Yeah. So
Not your Claire Temples, but most of
Thank
the
you.
other characters.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Most of the other characters are needed.
So other than that, as in whatever the issue
Yeah,
is,
that
like,
chick is badass.
the issue is guys like the issue with Iron Fist can be fixed in a season 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And with the Defenders mashup as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the others will really play off him. I think even diss him a bit, which I'm hoping to see happen. So
Honestly, I was really cringy with the Punisher showing up. I'm a huge Punisher fan, so I was really cringy. And when he did show up, like even when I heard the first line that he says, I'm like, I'm not sure about this. And then I saw him throughout the second season of Daredevil. I'm like, yeah, he sold me.
He's working.
Yeah,
he's
working.
legit. As I finally understood myself, I was like, wow.
At least now that it's on Netflix, at least you know it's not going to be like a CW show.
Yeah. Fuck that.
You know, they actually did an CWC. They actually did an Archie.
Yeah,
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
Some people like it, others
that's true.
hate it too.
I don't
Archie
mind it.
itself is a CW comic.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
but
no,
they
way,
took it
so-
to a different.
Jughead
No,
is
that's-
in the Jughead you know.
No, that's the thing.
It's not the
See,
same Jughead.
with Riverdale,
I
yeah,
never see this. Yeah.
with Riverdale, what makes it fascinating is that everything is changed.
Yeah.
Because you see, for those of us who grew up on the comics,
Yeah.
this is a breath of fresh air. We needed this. Because if they followed the comics,
Have you read the
There's the new
comics?
comics.
Yeah.
Have you read the new ones?
yes,
They're pretty good.
a couple.
They're They're different, but they're pretty good.
Riverdale is insane. Riverdale is retarded. As in, it's just scrap everything. That's what Riverdale is right now. And it kind of works.
Okay.
The ensemble with that show, it may go far if they can keep up a decent amount of writing. The acting is good, but I don't know how to describe.
The thing that I've always
The settings are lacking, I think.
why haven't we ever gotten like a visual novel of Archie?
We have gotten no, well, there are many things that are like Archie. Basically, every harem anime has Archie influence, right? Man, we have had Archie noirs. We've had Archie, we've had a lot of stuff influenced by Archie. Like, they are huge.
Even Smallville season 1 to 5 was essentially
was essentially Archie.
Yeah.
That was
with
true.
superpowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason why I got drawn to the show, I remember.
Yeah. Anyways, back to video games.
Yeah, today is all about clunky segues.
Well, okay, no, the segue would be. So, speaking of superpowers, Activision announced that Destiny. Activision are bringing Destiny 2 to the Battle.net client.
Destiny or Destiny 2?
Destiny 2. So, it will be, now, yeah, it's an Activision-owned property, but the PC version will not be on Steam, it will be on Battle.net. And, some guys are, I guess one of the complaints is, oh, now we gotta install Battle.net, blah, blah, blah. Now you need, like, a client for every blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, Battle.net's been around since when did Warcraft 2 come out? It's
Early
been
90s.
it's been out for a while. Battle.net's always been around.
Yeah.
So it's not such a big deal in that sense. I prefer it coming out on Battle.net. Well, for one, I already play Overwatch.
Yeah, so for you, as a Battle.net user, it doesn't
Yeah,
really make a difference.
it doesn't make.
And even for the new players, it's just one other app that you need to install. So that's
Yeah. And I think a lot of people actually have tried Hearthstone, so they're familiar with the client in itself.
Okay.
Is the impression I'm getting.
And the client, as in the Battle.net, is okay when it comes to stuff like updates.
I mean, Battle.net is quite simple. It's quite simple.
It's very noob friendly.
Yeah.
It's not at the level of Ubisoft.
Yeah, so it's not like you. Yeah,
It's not at all like Uplay.
Yeah.
It's more like I'd rate it as being similar to the League of Legends, the old Adobe Air client. It's a little better than that.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's very noob friendly.
So long as it's idiot proof and the game.
It's
be able
pretty
to
idiot
update.
proof.
Be able to get updates, be able to get stuff. Then you're
Yeah,
fine.
like as soon as you launch depending on what you have installed, as soon as you launch the client, it looks for updates for whatever games you have installed. It starts downloading them.
Okay.
You have to wait probably to finish them. Yeah.
Is Destiny 2 going anywhere specific with the story?
See, the story so far with what I know about Destiny 2 is it focuses on Nathan Drake.
As in, there's no sorry.
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about the story. Beyond that first trailer, I know that there is info on it,
Yeah.
but I didn't bother looking at it. It's just the initial trailer where you have, one faction of soldier kind of guys and the other faction of like rogue kind of guys, all talking about, yeah, let's go and do stuff and blah blah blah. And the thing is, it's definitely Nathan Drake talking. Like, it's not even Nolan. It's exactly Nathan
The same
Drake.
voice.
It is the exact same voice. Like, why did they change? I don't know why. With everything that Nolan North does. Okay, maybe there's a slight change with Deadpool, I guess. The Deadpool game.
Yeah.
But everything else that he does, he sounds exactly the same. And so you're listening to this guy talking, but he's Nathan Drake.
Yeah,
And-
because for guys who played the Uncharted series,
yeah, like, it's Nathan Drake.
it doesn't.
Like, I don't know why they
No,
do
it's
that.
because the Nathan Drake voice is standard video game protagonist.
They could change it up, man.
For that, they meant they get another guy to do the voiceover.
No, well, there are choices.
There are,
Like,
but
see,
this works closer to
the guys who sound very similar, Nolan North, Matt Mercer, and Troy Baker. They have these standard voices. And I think with every game, even though they have so much range with everything, they're mainly asked to stick around these same voices. I think with Matt Mercer, he did the voice for McCree, where all he did was add like Western. It's time. Like so at least he's got that, and that's like his famous thing. But otherwise, all his stuff sounded the same, and he has like
He has range,
a
but
fuck ton of range. Like if you watch his Critical Role shows, like his D&D stuff, he has a lot of range.
so I'm guessing
So-
it's just the producers.
Yeah.
They're the ones who.
I
want
don't know
that
why they
voice.
do that. I don't know why they
Standard
do that.
video game protagonist. That's kind of like the stylistic choice. They wanted.
They
to
wanted
stand out.
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, they wanted. Voice at the very least.
and then again you have
They can't
now
do
did
like
they
you.
also use Nathan Drake's voice for now the robot that replaced Peter Dinklage in Destiny? You remember it was Peter Dinklage who did that
Yeah.
wizard came from the sky.
That's a small thing.
Yeah. There's like this little companion thing that's with you that gives you lore on the universe. And so Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones did the voice for the narration of whatever that thing says. But many people were not happy with it because it's a very monotone kind of voiceover. Yeah, but you know, people are people. And they like to complain. So then it was replaced by, I think it was either Troy Baker or Nolan North, and it sounded like generic.
Do you have the choice? Oh, in Destiny 2?
Yeah, it was replaced. Peter Dinklage's voice was completely replaced.
Can you have access to his words?
No,
No, I doubt.
no, it was removed
Okay.
in Destiny 1.
That's kinda.
So now I'm thinking it's either this guy is connected to that robot, if it is Nolan North, or I don't know. I might be mixing up Troy Baker and Nolan North here, but
Okay.
yeah. Whatever. Anyways, so long story short, it's going to be on Battle.net, which is exciting because I will probably give it a go.
ETA? When's it due? This year, next year?
Later this year. I think they said later this year. Yeah, I'll need to confirm. But anyways, that's... Should we wrap up?
Didn't Ted wanted to say something about?
No, he went to the loo.
No, like I thought you wanted to say something about this thing.
I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing about The Witcher show, though, is, so there's no involvement from CD Projekt Red at all
And the writer.
in the show. Even the they're not involved at all in the show. There's only the guy who has done the intros for the cutscenes, the game intros for The Witcher. He's being asked to direct one episode, I think, of each season or something like that. He'll be doing one
weird.
episode. Yeah, something like that.
That's weird. Why wouldn't they get, like, even the writer? Okay, I could understand why the writer.
Maybe he's writing those episodes. I think that's what they meant. Rather than having like a CG animator guy, you know, like
That's a hell of a jump. That's a hell of a promotion.
yeah. But let's see. And I would say, yeah, that's kind of cool because the intro for the first Witcher game, which is the only one I played, it's pretty cool. I was like, wow, this is what I'm
That's the
getting into.
one for the barn and the witch.
No.
No,
It's like it starts like there's like this like the witch. It basically tells you that he's gone somewhere. There's a princess who is cursed, and he's been hired to remove that curse or whatever. And it happens like in this village. He uses like a random dude who cursed the princess as bait. And this monster comes out. Apparently, the princess is the monster, and the way to relieve the curse is to sleep in that monster's coffin for like a night, and if they survive and wake up, the curse is lifted. So, some shit like that. So there's this whole of the intro to the first Witcher game is a whole story in itself. I don't think that has anything to do with the game at all. It just introduces you, this is the world, and it's a pretty kick-ass intro. It's a very long cutscene. It's a pretty kick-ass
Maybe
intro.
maybe that's what they'll do to start the series as well.
Yeah.
They'll just establish this is the guy.
Yeah, this is
Is
Geralt
it-
of Rivia.
Or is it even, by the way, for the show, is it even confirmed that it'll follow Geralt, or
I don't know. Topsy?
will it be other things?
And for the Witcher show, have they confirmed that they will use that they will follow Geralt?
Apparently so, because people are making suggestions of who should,
Casting choices.
yeah, leading with Mads Mikkelsen and the like.
That would be nice.
But
Who?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Hannibal.
I haven't watched it.
So there's
Have you watched Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah, the father. The guy who built the Death Star.
Ah, no.
no, they're
As being Geralt.
no, they're considering
No.
they're considering a lot of people. People are just throwing out ideas. but we don't have any real
Keep the
information.
monotone, dude. Keep the monotone voice actor.
Who, Doug Coco?
I'm
It
not
doesn't
drunk.
He doesn't look the part, unfortunately.
No.
But Matt Nicholson can do monotone pretty well. Like in Hannibal, he had a decent. He was like creepy. Like,
He's a pretty old dude, though.
he can do. He can grow a beard,
Any
and he
guy
looks the
can grow
part.
a beard.
Yeah, he can grow the beard. He looks the part, and he can do the physical stuff.
People like Channy Hanam as well from King Arthur.
Like, have you seen Viking?
Yes, I have.
Viking is a show where Matt Nicholson played similar characters together.
Really? Oh, maybe that's why they suggested him.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know.
But we'll see. We'll see. We don't know much about even the casting choices. Who's doing the writing?
See, I wouldn't call Geralt a buff guy. Would you?
No.
He's kind of lanky.
lean, yeah.
He's kind of lanky. I wouldn't say he's like super lanky, but he's definitely not. He's no Argonian or Char, if you will.
But in this particular case, Sapkowski will finally get some money for his work after having hated on the gaming side of things. This is all his own fault.
Yeah,
But we'll
he
see.
doesn't get paid royalties for the games.
Yeah,
As a
because
company.
he apparently, but he refused to sign some deal, which is anyway. So he's smiling a lot now. He's very excited for the TV show,
Yeah.
and I'm not supporting him in that.
He created it, though.
It is his
Well,
work. No, but screw it, man. Have
It's like-
some courtesy.
No, but it's like the way Michael Moore for The Watcher. This is going on so many tangents. Forget it. Let's end the show here.
Let's behave ourselves.
No, let's end it. I think we're done, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to mention?
No.
Okay, well, do you have any links that you would like to
Or
promote?
maybe just the AA group.
The group, the AA?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Anime Anonymous.
If you are an alcoholic, there is another group called AA, which is also Anime Anonymous on Facebook. And Anime Anonymous is the collective of fans of all anime.
And manga,
And
manhwa.
Yeah,
What's
manhwa,
for the Chinese?
Korean
I don't know. Yeah.
That one.
Chinese comics. Yeah,
And also Chinese cartoons.
and Chinese anime. Yeah. So it's that kind of. If you're into that kind of stuff, and
You're looking
Go-
for a group
go.
to talk to.
yeah, go join that group. They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
There are two flavors of AA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there are two groups on Facebook. Join both of them.
Yes.
I don't know
Save
why.
yourself a lot of time.
There's one with
Join
the
both.
stars and
Yeah.
there's one without a star.
Yeah, join both of them
Join both.
because there's not a lot of reposting. I still don't understand why there are two groups, but no one really knows. But,
Yeah, no one really knows.
yeah, but just join both, and they do they do a lot of meets, which is how. I guess which is how I got introduced to the geek community here. Because back in the day, they used to do the anime meetups,
Yeah.
which were like every
Sleepovers.
1, 2, 3 months we'd meet up and with
Swap.
hard disks and burners and CD burners. And
Oh, those old days.
yeah, back in those days. So that was like if you're looking to meet guys with similar likes and tastes, it's a fantastic place.
And also next week there'll be an event at Tsunami Studios by the movie Jabba guys and the Tsunami Studio guys at Liaison House Anime Cafe.
Yeah.
If you want to meet up with us, share some animes, brag that you know every anime out there, come.
Yeah.
Come.
They do. You guys do trivia.
Yeah, trivia.
You
or
guys,
opening songs. Like if you know your stuff, you can come.
Yeah. Cosplay stuff is
Yeah, you
A
can
lot
meet
of-
some
yeah.
cosplayers over there.
yeah. A lot of the cosplayers go for it. Highly recommend it. And you do, of course, the wallpaper Friday.
Yeah, just a tradition. Just
Yeah,
a tradition.
as-
It's
as
just
tradition.
Yeah, it's just a small tradition.
And it's a very dope tradition. I don't know where you get all those bloody wallpapers from, though.
You collect,
But
you collect
bless
them,
you.
you collect them over years, I think.
Yeah? No. Okay.
Don't reveal your secret.
No, I'm not revealing.
No,
I'm
don't reveal your
I'm just saying like how the tradition started.
Yeah.
So it was like back in 2015. There's a guy who suggests like every Friday we share wallpapers, and back then I had like a lot of stuff, but I didn't group them. So as each and every week went by, I'll try to like group some of the stuff and post it over there. And also I can get if you know your stuff, Google is your friend.
Yeah.
And also one site that can help you is 0chan.
Yeah.
What, Chan?
0chan.
0chan.
And also the W board from 4chan. They usually post a lot of anime wallpapers over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go over there.
Or join Anime Anonymous. And get them every Friday from Najib and whoever else posts. Yeah.
Yes.
But do you have any of your own links that you want to share? Like your Twitter or anything like
No,
that?
I don't use Twitter. I don't use my Instagram.
No, okay.
Nothing.
Fair enough. Popsy?
Any
Any plans? Oh, wait,
No,
what are
no
you planning
plans.
this week as well?
Um,
Planning on trying anything new?
Anything new? After finishing my exams, I'm going to start everything about Mobile Suit Gundam.
Okay.
good man, I endorse that. Get started. Let me know.
I've already downloaded, so I'm ready.
No. Get started as in watching, yeah?
Yeah.
So that I can guide you accordingly, because you need a sensei.
I'll just watch according to the years how it came out.
No,
That's a way better.
You two and Kizzy should just start an anime cast, man. I think you'll do well.
We could, but we'll go on forever, huh?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, we'll go tangents about tangents.
that's-
and we'll
that's-
spoil some stories if you haven't watched some shows.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult.
Fair enough.
Well, for me, my plan this week... Well, look, I talk about The Legend of Heroes a lot. I understand. But you see, this is a thing, huh? Like I was telling Hillary, the localization masters, the kings and queens of translation at Exceed Entertainment, decided to release the other sub-series that I've talked about before, known as the Trails of Cold Steel. Yeah, the one that only previously ever hit the PS Vita. Now, all that is coming to the PC in 2 months' time. This is unprecedented news, as in nobody expected any of this work to be done at all, or for anyone to get the rights. So as it stands, we somehow have to find a way of finishing the second and third chapters of the Tales in the Sky first, what we've always been playing, and then get started on Tales of Cold Steel, because, well, for those of you who are fans, the saga continues. Four games secured, they're coming. So
Wait, so Trails in the Sky is linked to the Tales games?
not the Tales games, it's the Tales in the Sky and Tales
Trail.
of Cold Steel.
Is it Tales in the Sky
No,
or Trails?
Trails,
Okay.
as in path.
Yeah.
They're all part of a larger mythos known as the Legend of Heroes, which is very old. It's almost 30 years old now at this point. Basically, with Tales in the Sky, there were installment number 6 or 7 of the Legend of Heroes, and that started its own sub-series going forward.
So like
now
Tales
6
of Symphonia, Tales of Zestiria, Tales of...
No, Tales.
Lazaria,
Tales is another series altogether.
Okay, it's not linked.
Trails is Legend of Heroes.
Okay.
So
Alright.
with those, and even then, those are like the 6th installment going forward of that series. So yeah,
I'm
it's
so
the same thing.
confused.
I know it's confusing as hell, but all you need to know is when you're start off from the Trails in the Sky.
The one that says chapter 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's first chapter. And then the second
Oh,
chapter.
sorry, my bad.
No. And then the second chapter, and then there's the third. That's
Thank God.
And then from there, things might get complicated because there are other offshoots that haven't been translated.
No!
No, it's a pain in the ass, but all you need to know is play the Trails in the Sky, then the Trails of Cold Steel, and then wait.
Oh, Trails of Cold Steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So Trails in the Sky, Trails of Cold Steel.
Yeah.
And these ones are
And
coming.
Trails Trails of
That's
that
that's
time
a
you
one.
had
That's a one that's coming out.
stomach
now
issues.
in it. And the coolest thing is now with Tales of Cold Steel, you have full voiceover. You have a decent 3D engine. I mean, it's improving. It's ridiculous. It's shocking, but it plays well. Oh, parents. Jesus.
Taking so long to go upstairs.
Say hi.
How was it? Oh. What? You didn't go to Chapati? No. Why? Oh.
Hi.
Another 10 seconds.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be playing through. Each of these games, the average 40 to 90 hours played.
For real.
No, dude. No, look, guys, calm down. 40 hours is now your average action adventure, like the new one.
Wait,
No,
is it a visual novel or just
No,
an
no,
RPG?
no. It's an isometric
yeah.
RPG.
Okay,
But with a lot of, it's a fat script, so you will read, and you will read some more, and you will do even more reading.
because I tried playing Steins Gate and
No.
10 hours in and I'm quarter way through it.
Dude, it's, you see, the style is different. You're playing a visual novel which demands just all the reading. With Trails in the Sky, you're playing an actual, it's sort of like a strategy RPG.
Yeah, it's like an
So
action strategy.
Exactly. So you're going
So it
to
breaks up a lot of that reading.
Like how Persona did. Because
Exactly.
Persona was actually way much easier to digest.
It's
Well,
the same thing. It's the same thing, except
20
that
hours
you're
just
going
went
outside.
by really quickly.
That's the thing. It's
So
the
you're
same
like this.
thing, but you will be going outside a lot. You will have a sort of materia system from FF7 that you tweak. It's kind of different, but you'll get the gist. You just have to do a lot of math and keep your numbers up, and then you'll unlock more.
Math and reading.
It's the only math is there is, do you have five of those blue orbs? Okay, you have unlocked healing abilities.
Candy Crush.
Actually, if you're going into the game with that mindset for upgrading, you're going to be very fine. If you do. No, but with Trails, it's a very fascinating series if you invest yourself. If you get sucked in, you're screwed because you will keep going. I need to buy the next installment. And that's what happened to me. What ended up happening is all 3 of Trails in the Sky bought secured. If I get into Cold Steel, that's another story of about 4 games, if I'm not mistaken. Although for now they are making the 3rd.
So you okay? You
But-
have some space.
I'm so
You know.
confused.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. If you get invested. So that's what I'm going to really push on. Because with the second chapter, first playthrough is 90 hours.
Okay, so
And then the path diverges for the second.
here's a
won't
very
spoil it at all.
very specific question just for you. Tales of Berseria versus Trails in the Sky.
Which is better?
Yeah.
which is versus chapter 1 Trails in the Sky.
I'll still play chapter 1 of Tales in the Sky.
Better than Berseria.
Better than Berseria with all the snazzy
Okay,
graphics.
wait. Tales of Berseria versus Tales of Zestiria.
Yeah.
Oh, Berseria any day.
Okay.
Oh, Berseria is
So-
the new one.
Yeah, but it's also the prequel to Zestiria. So I would...
Tales of Zestiria versus Tales of Symphonia.
Tales of Symphonia.
Okay, then. Tales of Symphonia.
Versus Mysteria.
No, versus Trails in the Sky.
Trails in the Sky. Easily, as in this, there's no way. It doesn't matter whether you have the snazziest graphics. If you
No,
have a
it's,
better,
it's if you have the snazziest name.
No. if you have the better script, if you have the better script and the better story, any day.
Okay.
Make no mistake.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Trails just has a better script, better world building. I mean, this thing is compared to The Witcher, and it doesn't even have graphics to match. You can't even dare. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
sorry.
chibi, very cute.
Yeah.
I like
But the engine, the graphics,
like
like I said before, when you go past Trails of Cold Steel, the graphics are just
Something
now
else.
you're much better off.
What about you? What are your plans this week?
I have no idea what I want to play.
Okay.
That happens.
NBA
that
Playgrounds
happens to a lot
came
of
up.
us.
I'm not
How
going
are
to play
you-
NBA.
Why?
I cannot play.
Not after
from
not
2K.
Not after 2K.
From 2K to that. Okay, yes, I would play that with people. You see now,
He's on.
but it's dude, no, from 2K now.
Okay, fine.
No, 2K is too
Fair enough.
special.
I'd actually rather shell out money for 17 because I'm still stuck on 16. Actually, funnily enough, while I was in between my exams, I was playing that and GTA.
Just like the way I was playing Sleeping Dogs and Trails constantly, just that dichotomy.
Okay.
So like my NBA season now, I've gotten into my 4th year, so my character just got this mentorship sort of skill. So it's weird. Like I'd probably end up when I don't have anything to play, I play 2K.
The management mechanics in the 2K games, my god. You know, I'm actually scared to touch the newer ones because I was playing them in their old iteration, like when they were still prototype. And I was looking at these things and going, FIFA, screw you, FIFA.
Play from even 2012. Play from 2K12. Those are still fine. Like, there's a friend of mine who's still playing 2K13 because the only thing that's changed legit is the graphics and the rosters. So if you have 2K13 and you just get roster updates, no one cares. So like even for me with 2K16,
So you can actually get roster updates.
the guys who make roster updates. So just download them as well. Just add them.
Like Steam Workshop.
Yes, no, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guys who just
Amazing
update
stuff,
the
amazing
rosters
stuff.
and the sliders for the game to change now realism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you shell out money for one, you technically don't need to shell out money for the next, unless you want to play that story specifically for career mode, or you just want to have the latest and latest. But beyond that, it's fine.
Good stuff. I'm going to keep that in mind when we really look into it.
Yeah, I am gonna try and finish Bayonetta, and
That
then
shouldn't take too long.
check out Citizen Kabuto, Giant Citizen Kabuto. Or something.
Old game. What?
I-
Apparently,
not
though,
that.
it's a classic.
Yes, it is. I remember
As in
playing
it's,
it.
it's available on GOG and it always goes on sale.
Actually, I got it for free after David Bowie passed. Apparently, he did stuff with the soundtrack. I'm not sure. When David Bowie passed away, GOG gave it away for free.
I also got it for free at that time.
Yeah, so that's when I picked it up. Yeah, I've never tried it. It's third person.
You'll
stuff.
enjoy it. You might actually like it.
I don't know.
If it's what I remember.
Is it like
looks-
Outcast?
It looks really dated.
Yeah.
It looks
it'll
very
hit
dated.
you. The age will hit you immediately. You boot it up.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that happened to me when I started playing Fear. Yeah, because I booted up Fear and I was like, yeah.
But Fear is made of what? Fear is made out of a very good engine.
And the engine is fine, but the rest, yo.
You couldn't,
Yeah, this-
you couldn't
this-
bump up the rest. To
You
full?
can, I did, but I was like,
No.
at the end of the day, the textures and all that stuff, it still looks, you know,
Yeah, this looks older than like
It's even older
Psychonauts.
still. Yeah.
Like older than Psychonauts. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Command and Conquer almost graphics.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
But it's good. It was good back then. So.
We'll see. Yeah. Also, my YouTube channel is uploading stuff every week, and some of it is pretty retarded. Some of it is okay. So,
But it's all fun
if
to
you,
watch.
Yeah. Depends on what is fun for you, but
Right.
sure.
I like the creepy unboxing.
Yeah. If you want to see a video of the Bayonetta issues, I actually recorded it and simulated those issues is the nice word that basically I ran OBS and it broke everything again, so I recorded what that looks like. And you can have a look if you want. Although that's if you are interested in those issues.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. Otherwise, watch the other videos, like why I'm playing Giant Citizen Kabuto. It's a very thought-provoking process. Yeah. And you can follow me on Twitter at @IamHellsknight. I might start giving away extra keys there. I'm still thinking about it. Yeah. That's it. Happy gaming!
Happy
Happy
gaming.
gaming.
Happy gaming.